I'm here to tell you, I'm Dr. McKenzie, and I'm here to tell you it's not you. Okay? I don't usually say that, but I'm saying it now because I'm going to talk to you about things that I haven't told anybody. But I've decided that at my age, I'm 79, I'm going to tell the truth, because if I don't, it'll go to the grave with me. And other people will be as sorry as I've been that I didn't ask people for answers that I wanted and for the truth. You don't have to ask me for the truth, because I'm going to give it to you whether you want it or not. I'm Dr. McKenzie because my mother said I'd never amount to anything. I finally got that title when I was 63, which was a waste of time. No, in a lot of ways it wasn't. Because what it taught me was to keep looking for answers. Because I believed my early teachers. My early teachers told me I was smart and capable and all these different things, even though I'd been raped, impregnated, and went away to a nunnery to have my kid. I still graduated a year early, and I still went back to school and had no trouble keeping up. I'm not stupid, but I did have a crappy childhood. And if you had a crappy childhood, and I don't care who you are or what went on in your childhood, if you think it was crappy, it was crappy. That's good enough for me. Just say, yep, I had a crappy childhood. Well, here's the thing. When I went to school at ripe old age of almost, 55? Yeah, 56, 57. I started studying special ed. I wanted to understand kids that were disabled, be there for them, help them out. I had no idea what I was really getting into. But what I learned was that the home environment that a child is in from age birth to 4 or 5, whenever they start to school, that is their whole world. That home environment, that's their whole world. When they go to school, that classroom's their home world. Maybe the playground too. But they're still very, very much involved in just themselves. It's not until you get into junior high and high school that you start to realize there's a world outside of yourself. And it's not until you get to be an adult that you go, oh crap, I gotta play these crazy games that my parents play. Yeah, but your whole world is still that small space. I lived with an alcoholic. She was very, very abusive. She was physically abusive, she was mentally abusive, emotionally abusive, and sexually abusive. My father was also physically abusive. So what happened is, I think normal is to have people beat me, criticize me, put me down, make me out to be something I should have been something else. I was born female. I am a female. I see myself as a female. I have always seen myself as a female. There was a time in my life when I wished I was born a boy, only because my parents would have loved me. Because my mother was 6'1", my father was 5'6". They married to have 6 boys. They only knew each other 28 days. It was right after the war. Things were crazy then. She was 21, he was 24. I now know that your logic mind doesn't click in until you're at least 24. So there you go. That helps. That means anything you did before you were 24 doesn't count, okay? Well, let's start with that. Okay, so everything you've done since you were 24, 25 has a little more logic involved in it. Is that better? Okay, good. Because that's the way I look at it. Anything I did before then. And of course, the guy that raped me, he was 18, 19. So that doesn't count either. Now, does the baby count? Unfortunately, the baby counts. That's the way it is. I had my second one at 19, so that doesn't count either, does it? But sometimes I look back now and I go, well, for crying out loud, why didn't anybody tell me these things? Why didn't anybody tell me? I mean, I didn't even have contact with the library. At least now on the internet, you can double check and make sure I am telling you the truth, okay? I was born right after World War II, just like a lot of other baby boomers. What we have discovered is when you take that world that was from age birth to about 5 out into your preschool or whatever it was you went to, you're still confined in a tiny little space, and your whole world, you're not bright enough at that age or mature enough to ask your friends, does your dad beat you? No, you don't even ask that in high school. So how are you supposed to know that the reason you have an addiction, whether it's alcohol, drugs, workaholic, gambling, shopping, inappropriate sexual expression, whatever it is, it's you trying to get rid of the pain that you feel because you're so different than everybody else. Unfortunately, that's just what you think. But what you don't realize is that people aren't talking to you about what's going on in their lives. They're not telling you all the secrets that I'm letting out of the bag now. Because I don't care. I don't care what people think of me. I really don't. I'm almost 80. When I had rheumatic fever, they said I'd die between 5 and 30. When I discovered my grandmother, I knew she died, but I didn't know she died of breast cancer until my mother had died of breast cancer. And then I'm starting to think, well, wait a minute, am I going to ever see 50? I didn't think so. Now I'm almost 80. I think I'm here because I'm supposed to answer all the questions that your family didn't answer for you. If I happen to know the answer. I mean, if I don't know the answer, maybe I can go figure it out, but I'm not afraid to look for it. Because I want you to know it wasn't your fault. You didn't cause it. There's nothing wrong with you. You just wanted to stop the pain of whatever it is that makes you feel like you're different than everybody else. So you drink. Well, you got your drinking buddies, but they probably got the same problems in their life too that they never talk to you about. You got drinking gals, but they probably were raped too, or beaten, or their brothers raped them, or whatever. Or their fathers, or their uncles. They're not talking about it. They're drinking. Because when you drink, or you take drugs, or you smoke, or whatever it is you do, it helps you overcome the pain because you're distracted by something. Does that make sense? Are you listening to me? You don't get logical till you're after 24, and everything you learn between birth and 5 is your entire world. And when you get out in the world, you realize there's something else going on, and you try to mesh your life into what people say is the perfect life. But unfortunately, nobody's really talking about what their imperfect life is about. So you don't even know what other people are doing. But they think it's great to talk about a rumor mill about what you're doing. So you see, it's not your fault. You're not responsible for what was going on. You were not responsible then, and you're not responsible now. But you do have a choice now. You can overcome that addiction. I'm offering you free conversations with me about whatever you want to talk about, whatever it takes to get you past whatever it is you want to give up. If you want to give it up, maybe you don't. But if you do, wait till the end of the video. Join me in my SKOOL. I'm there. I'll talk to you. If I'm not taking care of my husband, I've got a very sick husband. I'll be happy to talk to you. Actually, happy to give you any answers. And if I don't know the answers, I'll find them. One of the things I learned about doing that degree that puts a DR in front of my name is I know how to research. I know who to ask. I know where to go. Thanks for coming here today. I hope you were listening, because I'm only doing it. I want you to hear me.